My name is Skylar Campbell. I'm a junior in high school from Houston, Texas, and I'm currently working on my Girl Scout Gold Award. In this video, I'll be giving a brief educational overview of what the voting process is going to look like. The first thing you need to know is your voting location. For Harris County, Texas, you can find your local voting poll place at www.harrisvotes.com/vote-centers, and I'll put the link down in the description. If you don't live in Harris County, you can just Google your local voting poll place. The next thing you need to know is voting times. The upcoming election will be on November 5th of this year, 2024, but early voting goes until November 1st. On both early voting days and election day, poll places will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, so next I'll be going over a few different voting options and ways that you'll be able to vote. The first option is mail-in voting. But to qualify for this, you have to have a few requirements. You must either be absent from the country on election day and send the mail-in voting early. You must be sick or have a disability that would prevent you from going to poll places on election day. You can be 65 or older to qualify, or you can be expecting to give birth within 3 weeks before or after election day in order to qualify for mail-in voting. And of course, the other option is just in-person voting. You go in early voting or on election day. Okay, so now some requirements to vote. In order to vote in the U.S., you have to be 18 on election day. You must be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be a resident of the state you're voting in. Specifically for Texas, you must be a resident for at least 30 days before you're able to vote in this state. You have to bring a photo ID with you to vote. This can include a driver's license, an election ID certificate, a personal ID card, a handgun license, a U.S. citizen certificate, U.S. military ID card, U.S. passport, or any of these other options. Okay, so now I'll be going over what will happen on voting day. This isn't everything, but it's just a quick overview. So you must bring a valid photo ID with you. You may ask for assistance on election day, and you don't need proof of disability. An election worker will be able to help you, guide you through the process. You may not use any wireless communication devices within 100 feet of voting stations. This includes cell phones, iPads, laptops, anything that can connect to the internet. You may not bring any firearms into the poll places. And when you go to vote, usually you either cast your vote by paper ballot or a direct recording electronic system, or DRE. Most states and citizens will vote through the DRE. These systems are very secure and they do not connect to the Wi-Fi in any way. And while you're there, election workers will help give you instructions and guide you through what you're supposed to do. A good resource that you can use is the League of Women Voters. This packet for election readiness also contains a ballot worksheet, which just gives you an example of all the different positions that will be on the ballot and shows you what you'll be filling out on election day. It gives you all these lots of good resources, which you can also be found online, or you can request these newspapers from the League of Women Voters. This one is the Houston Voter Guide. You can find the PDF on their website, or you can sign up to receive these in the mail. They have all of the candidates and what they stand for, their qualifications, their answers to certain controversial questions, and overall the League of Women Voters is a really good nonpartisan voter's guide. Last but not least, a few steps you want to do before you go vote. First, check your registration status, which you can do at this link right here, and I'll also put it down in the description. You should learn what's on your ballot. It usually varies by state. Plan who you're going to vote for ahead of time. You shouldn't just go in there not knowing who you're going to vote for, because every vote matters. Make sure that you're voting for someone whose ideas and policies your ideas align with. And lastly, find your local voting center and go vote. Thank you.